All right, good day, dear business owners. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about erroneous transaction. What it means is about I send money to a wrong account number. So, as you always know, my name is Amin Osiaka, and your business relationship manager. I still have my colleague here, Mr. Solomon, who you already know. Mr. Solomon, you are welcome. I think this is something that has been bothering some of our business owners. Yes, as a human being, we do make mistakes sometimes. Like you have a question to ask because let's see how we can
Okay,
look for solutions.
yes. Thank you, my great supporters. Thank you, business owners. Yes, I know it has been a concern, a worry in our mind, and the reason why we are on this set today to give answers to those questions, to give solution to that problem, because there is no problem that does not have a solution. I want to ask my colleague here ways and how we can resolve an erroneous transfer. Erroneous transfer means when you mistakenly send money to the wrong account. So I want to ask my colleague, is there any possibility on how a customer can recover or get refund from an erroneous transfer? Sir, do you have anything to tell this audience who are listening to us this afternoon?
Very interesting question. Of course, as human beings, like I said earlier, we do make mistakes quite often and quite sometimes. And there is a tendency that we look for a solution because the mistake that has been made, there's nothing you can do about it other than to look for solution. So when it comes to erroneous transactions, there are some certain things that it requires for you to do and also before you can get this money back. And in the banking industry, bank does not have that full authority to just go and ask them, so okay, I make a transfer to this account number without you knowing that you the everything or details of that account is correct before you send to that account. So they will assume you already know that. But if you happen that you said you did not know it, there are some certain procedure to follow. It is not possible that immediately you talk to your bank where you send the money from for them to just go and pull out the money from the customer's account and return to you. So because banks have a regulatory body that regulate them on certain things that they do. So and which is why it doesn't happen instantly for them to refund your money until you follow that step to be able to do so. So yes, before you can request for for erroneous transactions to get your refund, there are some certain requirements you need to provide. So this requirement has to do with yes, the original account number that you intend to send to and the account details that you also send the money to as well as your own personal account details that you send this money from. So these are the things or information you need to provide, and it does not just end there. It has to do with after they send the notification to your bank. It has to do with what we call the consent of the customer who received the money, and we call this beneficiary. That is the consent of the beneficiary. Also, it has to do with the availability of funds in that account. Because sometimes you see you send money into the account, but even the receiver does not know that he has gotten the money because some persons they are business owners and once money enter the account, they will just be spending and spending, thinking that it is their own. So this money may not be available at the point you is making this claim or request. So this way, it will not be easy for you to get that money at that point you are making the request. And it also has to do with the discretion of the beneficiary and also the financial institution. So it has to do with their conveniency and privacy to ensure that this does not give them a stop in order to get this refund. Alright? So that is what it is. After the discretion of the beneficiary, the financial institution, you also need court order. The bank will be given an authority. It's just an authorization from the court. Just in case, if this money, if the beneficiary or the bank where this money is sent from, now notify the receiving bank, and maybe the receiving bank trying to reach out to the customer who received that money, and they are unable, or for any reason they cannot reach out to the beneficiary, then and there is still available funds in this account, you need to provide the court order, and this court order will enable the bank, which is your bank, to get the power to demand the fund from the receiving bank. Then, when this court order is sent to the receiving bank can now take their action if they are unable to get to reach the beneficiary, that is the customer who received this money. Okay? So, but in a case where this fund is no longer in this account, that is to say the bank, the customer have used this money, then their bank can place a restriction on their account. And if this restriction is placed with the power of the court order, they can place the restriction on their account. And at any time or point in time that another fund enter into the account, then the receiving bank cannot be able to take the money and then refund to the sender. So that is the essence. Without the court order, there is nothing you can do to get the money back.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, if a customer wants to get the court order, how will the customer go about it to get the court order? Because I believe they might sound strange to them, court order. How will they go to get it? Does it mean that the person will need to have a lawyer, or is to go to a judiciary court to get this court order?
When you talk about the court order, you can go to the court, any court, as far as it's close to you. Whether it's not close to you, first when they find something, then they look for where you need to go and get it. So wherever there is court, you can walk to the court and demand for what is called court order. So them now they will not give you this court order. I'm asking you to provide these details, right, regarding that particular transaction. You would like to ask, how much will this cost me to get court order? Yes, we are not in good position to decide, or there is no fixed amount to what we call court order to get it, right? It is solely dependent on the court where you are getting the court order from, or even the judge that will help you to get the court order. And then I can say it is negotiable based on the amount that is involved, right? So that is what it is.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Aminu Isiaka. I really appreciate you on this set. And to you, my fellow viewers, I must say, I believe you will have all the answers to your question, and anywhere you find that, you can also come to our comment section and drop your comment and your concern. So I will thank you for being with us on this episode this afternoon, and just stay tuned to get more. Thank you and God bless. Yeah.